Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition. Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors, a half-breed blades medium infantry knife rendition, if you will. Before we get started, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, stats show that number's going down. However, anything above zero is unacceptable. Vets, we just want you to know we love you. You got a place here. We're back to Blue here. We support Leo, to the chagrin of many, those that don't understand what I'm talking about, and I put out 1,000 videos on it, so I'm not going in detail here. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law, and finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So, here's the deal. This is the medium infantry knife by HALFBREED Blades. Now, let me go ahead and give you some quick specs before we get into this thing. It is a fixed blade. The blade steel is K110 D2. Heat treat is 59 to 60. A little higher heat treat there. I like it. The blade edge is polished. Blade finish is Teflon coated. It is a spear point. The blade length is 6.49 inches or 165 millimeters. Blade thickness is 0.23 inches or 6 millimeters. G10 handle scales, which are awesome. Handle thickness is 0.90 inches or 23 millimeters. The overall length is 11.61 inches or 295 millimeters. Now, the knife weighs 11.18 ounces with its sheath, which it's a knife Kydex sheath, is 15.58 ounces or 442 grams. It is MOLLE compatible. I have a tech lock on this one, and you can see how it rides there. Now, the blade has a slight recurve to it, okay? Let me say this up front. I freaking love half-breed blades, all right? This is a combat knife. However, and I want to make this clear, guys, this is a combat utility knife, okay? And I usually make some witty remark about I can't stab people, so we just got to test it the way we tie. I ain't saying that this time. I'm just telling you, it's a combat utility knife. We're going to focus on the utility, but we're also going to check out the knife. Now, let me say this. A lot of times, a word that folks use with half-breed is this, overbuilt, in a good way, all right? But here's the problem when we say overbuilt. People think sharpened pry bars. That's not, this is a knife. I did some comparisons there with the PM2 from Spyderco because most people know what size that is, all right? This knife is, the balance point is about an inch and a half below that guard. So it's good for fighting. I wanted to show y'all though, this is a knife in every sense of the word. It is a cutting tool. It stabs. Now I did no chopping in this. I did do some batoning because I always like to stress that edge a little bit. If you are new here, and we've gained about 50 subs today, so to everybody that is new, man, welcome in. Thank y'all for riding with us. I appreciate you. So here's the deal. We pretty much don't do reviews. I really don't. What I like to call it is a demonstration, meaning I pick up the knife, we cut as many mediums as we can, we do some stabbing, we'll either do batoning, a little chopping, if it calls for it. We try to do testing that fits the knife, all right? And when I say testing, please understand I use that in the loosest sense of the term. Nothing we do is scientific. It's just a bunch of cutting and stuff, all right? That being said, this is, as much as this is showing you knife type channel, demonstration review type channel, it's also a learning process for me, okay? I'm not an expert, don't pretend to be. I always say I'm a novice at best. That is the truth. That was 12 gauge wire, like car stereo wire. Now, we did strip it. I like stripping wire with a knife. I just do. It shows the keenness of the edge, plus it's something that I've done in previous employments all over the place. This is, I believe it's 2 inch. It might be 1 3/4 air hose, high pressure air hose. It's about 3/16 to a 1/4 inch thick. It's dual ply. You can see it there now. The knife, once we got it going, cut, it actually put a good slit in it, stabbed it very well, and then we just kind of push. Now, guys, let me know about the volume. I'm experimenting with the volume as we go. I'm leaving on the background and narrating. When we get to the part with the tire, I'm going to cut the narrating a good bit, other than just to give you my thoughts towards the end, so you can hear the puncture, you can hear the cutting, etc. Again, this knife is a cutting tool. Yes, it's made for military applications, meaning it's a fighter. However, can you use it if you need it? And here's why I keep bringing that up. A lot of guys will buy this knife because it looks badass, and it is. Or they'll say, well, Scab, we'll keep it, a just-in-case scenario. And that's fine if that's what you do. Guys, when I buy a knife or I pick up a knife, I want to use it, okay? And I don't mean that as a shot at anybody. What I'm telling you is, to me, this is a badass little knife. It carries well on the hip. I want to carry it. If I'm camping, I want to carry it. If I'm out in the woods, I want to carry it. So I want to make sure that it's going to fit my needs. And by cutting all these mediums, batoning some wood, doing all of that, it shows me the edge holds up, the sharpness out of the box, the toughness of the blade, no chipping, no rolling, anything like that. This is a knife I'd carry. It's got that nice little recurve, which I love. That red air hose y'all see there is high pressure, and if you watch other videos, you'll see that is not an easy medium to cut. The first hose that we cut was high pressure airline. This is just a regular water hose, and I believe we're going to cut a water hose that's plastic with that canvas cover. So I try to give you all kind of different mediums and things that you're going to encounter in your day-to-day life. The zip tie test, I love doing that. I cut zip ties. I really do cut zip ties every day of my life. Opening paint, powder, things like that. I'll be cutting a bunch of zip ties tomorrow at work, re-outfitting my sandblast pot. So that is something that I use and do on the daily. And then we're going to come up here in a minute. Here we go. Just let you hear those puncture wounds real quick. Man, this thing is a stabber. No damage to the tip. Now I'm gonna get a little better positioning here in a second so you can see the cutting. But you see and you can hear. That thing's just, it's just making mincemeat out of this. All right, now right here I'm gonna let you listen to it cut. Guys, y'all can see that's a steel belted tire. So we're cutting straight through it. Right here we went up and we come down. And again, and I'll show you the steel belting in it. I like doing this. I like the aesthetic. Plus I needed some more material for the John Peters stab test. We did the Donnie D all day, throw it at the stump test, rocks test. I like doing that to check the balance, to check to see if the handle scales are loose. They're not. It's that waffle G10 pattern that I absolutely adore. And I'll tell you this, guys, the one thing that I really was impressed was how well this knife held its edge throughout the testing. We open with a paper cut, we finish with a paper cut. Right here we're just ripping up some denim. And you can see when it comes to the seams, it pulls straight through. Now there is a slight sharpening choil there. I can tell you this, that guard has rounded edges, so it's very comfortable. It has a lanyard hole, but it has a wig splitter on the bottom, and we're going to do a little test to show you that out here in 1 second, a little demonstration demonstrating that, and I'll be quiet during that as well. I hit my damn camera. I've about set my camera on fire. I've hit it with a knife. Now right here, I didn't miss. Just barely nicking this thing. It's insane how sharp that tip is. And a quick stab. Oh, Scabber looking like a ninja, son. Right there. Right there. Now, y'all may see this shirt in several videos this week. That's because it's Sunday and I'm trying to get in as many as I can. Now, right here, let me just show you some deep gashes. And y'all, I didn't swing hard. I didn't come out of my shoes. Just some quick flicks, and it opened it up, son. This thing, again, it's built, it's heavy duty, but it is not a damn sharpened pry bar. It is a cutting tool that really works well. It's insane. I got this one from my guy Kurt. All right, I'm gonna be quiet again. Watch this. We're gonna test the pommel. Really put some deep gashes in that wood right there. Split it right open. But I'll tell you this, I did a couple stabs with my finger over that, with my thumb over it, and it really was not, it didn't jab into you like you think. Everything's nice and rounded, nice and well coated. Now right here, we're going to get in a little run, and the reason I'm showing you this, and I'm right there, you see that little hang up? That's a knot right there. All right, we went straight through that knot. You see the knot there. We'll show you the edge right here. Zero edge damage, zero any of that. Again, we did a lot of batoning. Now, I've said this many, many times. When I'm out in the woods, I'll carry a bigger tomahawk or something like that. But the way I like to do my demonstrations, the way I like to do these reviews is, if this was all you had, if this was it, if for whatever reason you were in a survival situation, will this knife get you through? I firmly believe you can do whatever you want to do with this knife. It's D2, so it should be very, very easy to sharpen up or maintain an edge. Really, this thing should last you through a survival situation. And again, guys, what I try to show you is not just beat the hell out of a knife. I try to show you practical things. Harder use, yes, absolutely. Harder use, but nothing, you won't do anything any harder than this if you needed to get by with it, I don't think. And if you do need to do something harder than this, the knife will hold up, all right? Now right here, it's making some, I'm using that recurve just to make some really, really, really good curls. Very comfortable using that closed fist grip, no problem. The knife works very, very well there, and we're gonna go back. Now we're just going to get those off, shave those off real quick. Again, very, very sharp blade using that recurved edge again. And guys, I did this, I'm batoning up quite a bit of stuff right here because the first night that it's in the 60s, and it'll be a month and a half from now, 50s or 60s. First night I can get out, we're going to camp out on the property at Kirk, so I'm making sure I got plenty of little kindling and things like that. Plus, again, this is that box store hardwood. Stuff you would buy from Home Depot or Ace or whatever. That's usually just harder than a damn brick bat, son. Straight up hardwood. So I like doing it again to put a little more pressure on the edge. Things like that. The knife held up very, very, very well. Now let me give you a few shout outs as we wind down to the last couple minutes there. Can't spit it out, son. Come on, Scab. Donnie B all day is marching to 10,000. Dude's like a brother to me. I love him. He's crossed over 9,000. He's very, very, very close. Let's get him to 10,000. Joe, steel forged and fire, sword and knife. Awesome dude. He's in the middle right now of the Medford series. He's doing a jam up job. He's trying to get to 2,000. Let's get him there. And then Wingman, 115. He's on the march to 50,000. He's getting close. Let's get him there, guys. And my guy Grugsy, Legion Tactical, love that dude to death. He's marching to 1,000. Guys, listen, get those there. And if you would, like I said, if this is your first time, first Choir Boys Cutlery video, and you made it this far, go ahead and hit subscribe, son. Because if you made it this far, you can make it. I promise you. Hit subscribe, hit like. I would greatly appreciate it. Well, guys, listen. I am overly impressed with HALFBREED blades. I really, really am. Overall sharpness, edge retention, the whole thing. And there's just a quick shot of old Scabber, looking good, looking lean. I just want to show you how it carries, and then we'll finish it up right here. Listen, my boy Mikey says it best. He said, never give up, never surrender, and everything will be okay. Mikey's true. I'm Scab. You're not. There goes Megatron. We gone, son. Love y'all. HALFBREED, great job, guys.